Yeah, hello? What, dude,
Yeah.
did you read the laws, man?
Yeah, I've read the laws.
No, you didn't, because you over here spelling it. It specifically states in Wisconsin law, in order for him to openly carry, he has to be going to a hunting ground. It doesn't give him the right to openly carry outside of that.
Did you also check the militia laws for the state of for the state of Wisconsin?
He wasn't part of a militia. There's no proof that he was part of that.
He got it from a militia member. He got it from a militia member.
Doesn't matter if he's not. If he can't prove that he was part of it, and they're not vouching for him.
That's why I just finished saying. That's why I just finished saying the missing link has to be in that courtroom.
Yeah, but when they interviewed the guy that purchased the gun for him, he did not mention any time that he was part of the militia.
You think anybody really does? You think anybody really does? Nobody really says they're in the militia.
If he was part of the militia, they would have vouched for him, right?
No, not really.
I mean, if you're part of the militia, that's when your Second Amendment rights apply to you, right?
Not in certain stances, no.
Oh, man, come on, bro. Man, y'all think, man, come on. Bro, it's common sense.
Dude, I've been dealing with this shit for over 20 fucking years in this fucking government.
But what
you can't tell me something that I don't know about.
Look, if his friend, the one that did the straw purchase for him, right, didn't say he was part of militia, right? If they didn't say that, then his whole argument goes out the window when it comes to court. And when they went to his pre-trial, I watched the whole trial. Not the trial, but I watched all the preliminary hearings and all that. I sat there for a whole hour hearing nothing. And it did not specifically
And that lawyer's been fired already. He has a new lawyer.
It was with the new lawyer. It was with the new lawyer.
It's still up to the lawyer on what they're gonna do. Okay.
Did you watch the preliminary hearing?
Nobody goes to court. Nobody goes to court and say, "Yeah, I'm part of a fucking militia," because militias in the United States are looked down upon. Nobody really does that. Or maybe the fucking guy just wants to throw Kyle under the bus.
Right. Nobody's vouching that he's a part of the militia. Your argument is he's part of the militia. No. Even the guys that was there with him, they didn't say he was part of the militia. Period. So how can he have the right to open carry if nobody's vouching for him?
Didn't I just finish saying if they want to throw him under the bus, they could throw him under the bus?
He's already thrown on the bus. He put himself in that situation.
Nobody's saying he didn't put himself in that situation.
Oh, man, you sound like you could agree with me, man. Man, I'll watch
Did I make a statement at any time, Lucas? Did I make a statement at any time that he didn't put himself in that situation?
I don't recall hearing that.
But you making an argument about he's part of the militia, that's why he has the right to open carry, which is not true. Nobody vouching for him.
No, all I said was you got to check the. Hold on, dude. Hold on. Okay. First off, I said to you was check the militia laws for that freaking state. And most militias do not go out there saying they're part of a militia. Because when they do, the federal government goes and stays looking at you.
Are you part of militia?
Yeah, for 23 years I was part of a fucking militia. It's called the United States Army.
Okay, so that gives you the right to open carry as a 17-year-old if you're part of the military, right?
Well, you can join the military at the age of 16.
Yeah, but I'm saying outside of that, if you go up to an officer and say, I'm 17 with a handgun, right, and say I'm part of the Army, would they give you a break on that?
A lot of times they do.
Come on, we're going by law, man.
And I'm telling you, a lot of times they do.
Oh, come on, man. It's a yes or no answer, man.
Didn't I just finish saying
by law? We're going by law.
We going by law? We going by law?
Yes or no?
Yes or no? It depends on your job in the military.
We talk about civilian being part of the Army. Being a civilian, right? You're 17. You have a handgun. The officer sees you.
And you're in the military.
Stops you.
And you're in the military. And listen to me. And you're in the military,
right? You say you're in the military.
You are no longer a civilian.
That is not true.
You are no longer a civilian while in the military. You are property of the United States government. Depending on your job in the United States military, you will be carrying in all 50 states and overseas. On flights.
Are we talking about, like, if you're on duty outside the premises? Or are we talking about...
Even off duty.
No, bro, that doesn't count. That's illegal. You're going to...
No, it's not illegal because it depends on your fucking job.
Real, dog.
It depends on your damn job.
Well, what depends on your job is the law. You gotta in the army, you gotta follow all laws that's constitutional, right? Even federal law
only the constitutional laws.
Even federal law doesn't give Kyle Rittenhouse the right to a firearm because you have to be 18 with a rifle.
As long as you're supervised by an adult. No, see, it's 18 for ownership. It's 18 for ownership. See, that's where you're missing. 18 is ownership. His mother even bought one for him in the state of Illinois.
No, she did not.
She's a legal guardian. Yes, she did. She's a legal guardian.
Yeah, but he didn't take her gun out there and start killing two people with it. He just
no, in the state of Illinois, guy, stop. In the state of Illinois, your parent could buy one for you, and it's under your name with the supervision, of the parents. The only thing that under the age of
she bought with him.
No, because that's crossing state lines. He was given a freaking firearm by a fucking dickhead.
No,
by a bunch of militia groups that ran out there. A bunch of militia groups ran out there. Excuse me?
It's called a straw purchase because he purchased it from his friends. He used his stimulus money to get it. We got to look at the whole picture of it.
The stimulus money?
Yeah, he used his stimulus money to purchase a rifle from the guy. The guy got charged with him making that straw purchase plus him killing two people. He's facing 12 years for what Kyle Rittenhouse did.
When did Kyle get charged?
When Kyle get charged? What's that
when
got
did he
to
get
do
charged?
With anything?
Because you just finished saying stimulus money. When did Kyle get charged?
When he get charged? What that's got to do with anything, though?
You just finished stating. The guy went and bought it with stimulus money. When did he get charged? Because the first stimulus checks weren't until later on. They weren't in the beginning of the year.
I'm going off what Kyle Rittenhouse said on the phone. I'm going off what he said on a television in the public. He said he spent stimulus money.
And we already proved that Kyle's a fucking lying asshole.
Yeah, he proved that, but still, though, it came from his mouth, so it's indicted him even more. It's not the point where he got the gun from, is that he got it. And he took it out and killed two people.
You're gonna have to read up on a lot more, guy.
Bro, you can't defeat this, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I can.
You can't, bro. You don't know the laws of Wisconsin, bro. You're sitting over here doing hypotheticals, man. Like you could, if you was my attorney, man, I would fire you, bro. You'll put me in jail all the way beneath that, man. Like, dude, bro, you talk about if you're off the military base, I carry a handgun because I'm part of a militia. You still got to follow constitutional laws, man.
Dude, the constitutional law states you can't purchase under the age of 18.
Bro,
doesn't mean you can't have it.
This nigga.
And it's not a constitutional law. It's actually a U.S. code.
U.S. code.
There's nothing in the Constitution that says anything of age on it. It's a U.S. code.
Bro, what does this got to do with him? Bro, I hate when you guys keep mentioning this up, bro. clear as day. He broke the law, bro. He's not supposed to be.
Did I say anything that he did or he didn't? Did I say he did or he didn't? Did I say anything that he did or he didn't? I never said that. I never said that. So you only want to hear what you want to hear, and you only want to understand what you want to understand. I want to hear what I want to hear. I'm going off the law. It's facts and evidence. Yeah. He even said it on the phone. Even though he's a lying motherfucker, he said it. He said it. He should have never said it. All this would be prevented if he kept his white ass at the house. He should have kept his white ass at the house. But why are you over here arguing about white folks? Why are you arguing about white folks?
If we agree, all right. If we agree that his
we all agree, all of us agree that he should have kept his ass at home. All of us.
In that point,
that's not even an argument. That's not even an argument or a debate.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna hit you with the hammer. Hold on. If we all agree that he should have kept his ass at the house, then his ass should be in jail then. Right?
Well, that falls to the courts.
Oh, man.
Everybody, we can feel whatever the fuck we want to feel. That's going to fall to a court and a judge and a jury.
Oh, man, I got... Bruh, you guys are wild, bruh. Bruh, you Second Amendment guys are wild, bruh. It's like y'all half-ass read the law, bruh. It clearly states. It's in big, bold letters. Like, literally, like, bro, if we all agreed that he's supposed to stay at the house, then that means he self-inserted himself in a situation that he was not supposed to. So what that given fact is, we see him on camera running towards the put out a dumpster fire, which can excite the riot even more. So it's like, you know what? How can you defend something like that?
So putting out a dumpster fire is supposed to incite a riot even more.
Yes.
Is that where we're getting at now? Why would that incite a riot even more?
Because in Wisconsin law, before he had to deadly force or anything else, he was supposed to retreat. He did not use all the available tools for him before using deadly force. We can agree to that, right? You just say he should have kept his white ass at the house.
He did retreat on the first shooting.
That's not the point I'm trying to make here. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
Putting out a fire has nothing to do with retreating.
But do we agree he ran towards where the fire was, right? He ran towards
where the
dumpster was.
So what if anybody could run to a fire? So what if he ran to a fire to put it out? Who cares?
That makes it about this like violence. He was looking for a problem.
So that's looking for a problem of
yes, it was. It's like me.
Fire.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you a good example, right? It's like there's 5 guys that got all fists, but I got a pocket knife, right? They start punching on me, right? And I pull off my knife and I start stabbing them. I'd be wrong because I didn't defend myself. I just went straight towards pulling out a knife.
That is defending yourself, though.
That's not defending yourself. It didn't need to escalate there. I didn't defend myself. I didn't use my hands first.
Did anybody throw a punch at you? Did any of those individuals throw a punch at you?
Yeah. But does those punches result in
it's defending yourself. If one of them threw a punch at you, it's defending yourself.
We clearly see that he's running towards what's in sight of a riot, though. Like clearly.
So your whole concept on inciting a riot is running to go put a fire out.
Yes,
is that
that's
the concept?
instigating it.
Well, then I get firemen are fucking throwing riots all the time because they're running to put fires out too.
Did you see what happened? So at that time there was riots everywhere because of George Floyd. After what one guy did, it incited a whole lot of riots, right? That's why
but I didn't see anybody inciting riots and freaking putting fires out.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you. He was with a fire stringer running to the dumpster fire, right? There's a crowd of people getting rowdy, right? That means he's looking for a problem, right? He didn't actually put out the fire because you don't look out in the video that he put out the fire. It amped it up because he was there with the firearm and the guy started, he's on drugs. They did a whole documentary about it. The guy was on drugs. He just got out of a mental institution, right? So he had his medicine on him. So he was probably egged on and all type of shit. By him being in that situation, knowing that situation can escalate, it took it to where it didn't need to be. And so me and you agreed that he should have never been in that situation in the first place. Yeah, he did retreat.
We've all agreed that from the very beginning. We've all agreed that from the very beginning. He shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, we all agreed. That's
not even an argument anymore. That's a mute argument.
So you can't
that's a mute argument right there. That's done and mute. Everybody agrees he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, okay then. So that takes away your self-defense, right?
No, it doesn't, because your self-defense goes with you wherever you go.
If he wasn't in that situation in the first beginning, he would never shot no one, right?
Self-defense goes with you wherever you fucking go. Just because we all agree that he shouldn't have been there.
That is not true.
Yes, it is true. Yes, it is true.
No, it's not true. If you self-insert yourself, in a situation knowing that he could escalate, you're now the aggressor, whether you provoked him or not. You knew
putting out a fire or going to put out a fire is not aggressive.
No, going to put out a fire.
Because if it would have been, if it was to incite, then he'd be charged with inciting a riot.
Okay, the question is this, right? Did he call the police when they started the dumpster fire?
I don't know who called. Did anybody call?
When he shot somebody, they called the police on him.
Oh, when he shot somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
But the person was going after him.
Dude, they called the police.
But the person was going after him. But the person was going after him also, so.
Yeah, but he was still unarmed, though. He didn't analyze the situation all the way enough. He was unarmed.
Doesn't matter if you're unarmed or not. Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because you got to establish, is he a threat or is he not a threat? You got to establish what is all the list of things you could do, because you remember.
When a person is going okay, let me break it down. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Let me put it, hold on.
In Wisconsin law, it specifically states if he's carrying an illegal firearm, he has to take every single step before taking deadly force. He
retreated.
But he didn't get out the facility. He stayed in the facility.
He retreated. Okay. I didn't say what he did was good.
Okay, so
But he did retreat. He did retreat. The guy kept going after him.
Around the car, what he's actually getting away from? Nothing. He retreated
the guy was
around
still
the car.
on top of him, running after him.
He was not on top of him. Bro, he was unarmed. He had his shirt on his face.
Let me put it to you like this. Let me put this down. Let me put this down. Okay.
I'm using logic.
Somebody's coming after me. If somebody's hold on, man, because you're interrupting. You're interrupting. You're interrupting. Okay. If you're coming after me and I have my firearm on me, my mind is you're coming after my firearm. Plain and simple.
Okay, I can defeat that argument. How you know he's coming out after your firearm if he's unarmed?
Because you don't have to be armed or unarmed. You coming after me, period.
You're pretty much assuming at that point when he comes around.
How am I assuming if I'm open carrying? If I'm open carrying, and the guy made some statements. The guy made some statements beforehand. Okay.
So what? Anybody can make statements.
But the statement is the guy made the statements and he ran after him. That's what you're not getting.
Bro,
he ran after him.
It doesn't matter. He knew he was unarmed when he chased after him. When he started running away from him. You can say as much as you want. Anything. Anything. You can do anything you want. If it was on his property, I'd say it's self-defense. But this is out in the public area where he knew the guy didn't have no weapons on him.
Did I say anything about it being self-defense? Did I say this was all self-defense? No. I said it's gonna be a hard case for the prosecution.
It's not. It's open and cut. It's an open and shut case. Period.
No case is ever open and shut.
It is
no
open
cases.
and shut. This is open
no
and shut.
case
case.
is always open and shut.
I feel like it's going to be a problem for the defense to
if you're stating cases are open and shut, John Gotti should have been in prison on the first fucking case by Giuliani.
We're not talking about
I'm using it as an example. I'm using it as an example. See, again, you're not taking examples.
Rittenhouse.
Yeah, but I just used an example. You know what an example is? That's what I just used. A fucking example. Okay? Because your statement was cases are closed and shut. No case is a closed, open, and shut case. No case is. Because the prosecution could fuck up a case, the defense team could beat a case, the defense could lose a case, the prosecution could win a case. There is no case that is an open shut case. Unless you plead guilty to shit.
I got a question, right? So when you saw him on video running with the fire extinguisher, do you think at that moment he should have called the police?
There's a lot of things that he could have done. He should have called 911.
Okay, exactly. So why are you giving him self-defense? Why are you giving that?
Did I say I gave him self-defense?
You pretty much said it.
That's never come out of my mouth.
Then why you defending the dude? Did you say he's guilty just like I'm saying?
I'm not defending him. I'm breaking down how shit actually works in a fucking courtroom.
Oh my God. We're talking about if he has self-defense, right? I'm saying that he doesn't.
I didn't say he had self-defense.
Okay.
I ain't say he had self-defense.
Do you think he's guilty?
Guilty for being there with the misdemeanor on the original charge? Yes. The other charges, I'll wait for the prosecution. I'd have to wait for the prosecution to see how they're going to run the case.
Oh, my God. Lord have mercy. Please save my brain cells in this phone call today. Dude, I'm asking a question. Is he guilty or not? Are you defending his action for killing two people or not?
On the first one, yes. I defend the action.
Okay, that means the second one is going to be the same. He's guilty on that too, because what they're going to go off of is the first killing.
Well, they could go off on the first killing of what they want. Is how it's going to be played out.
An initial 911 call that was made about an active shooter.
Okay.
So after that, if they convict him on the first killing, man, you can kiss him goodbye because that second killing is going to be totally unjustified.
Well, there's a yes and no to that. There's a yes and no to that.
No, it's not. He's an active shooter. He's an active shooter. The first
he's an active shooter with one person when he's running away, and one person tries to hit him with a fucking skateboard, which is considered a deadly weapon under the court's law, under the court's eyes. The second guy pulls a freaking Glock on him. He shoots that guy in the fucking arm. Okay?
It doesn't matter. The first killing matters.
The first killing still doesn't constitute the second.
Is what matters.
It doesn't constitute the second, though. It still doesn't constitute the second because
the same thing.
Because the state has to prove. The state has to prove a second. The state has to prove the second.
They don't have to.
Each one has to be proved. Each one has to be proved. And this is why I just said, and I said earlier, it's a 50-50 because the courts could go both ways.
It's not a 50-50. If you agree that he shouldn't be there, then why he self-insert himself in that situation?
Well, did you ask him? Why don't you go and ask him? Why don't you go and ask him why he inserted himself? Because none of us know why he inserted himself into that. None of us know that.
Shit, once Lucas find his P.O. box of the mail or somewhere, ask the motherfucker after he's convicted.
Go ask him. Because none of us know why he inserted himself for the real reasons. Nobody knows.
Agree with me?
Only he knows. Only he knows.
Jesus Christ, man.
What you trying to do is you trying to say that I'm defending him, and I never made one defense out of him.
Then why you saying I'm wrong then?
Because you said that I stated that Wisconsin has stand your ground, and I never said that. I said they didn't.
Bruh, are we on the same frequency, bruh? Because
I don't know.
You're defending it. You try to say that I'm wrong, and I'm trying to defend why he's guilty. I think we're working on different stuff right now. Like I don't know what your defense was, because I thought you was defending him, and
I was never defending him. I was never defending him. If you ask everybody in the chat, I wasn't defending him. What I made my statements was, if you were listening to what I was stating, when I stated Wisconsin doesn't have stand your ground, but Wisconsin has castle doctrine, plus Wisconsin has the law of you don't have to retreat.
Okay, castle doctrine only applies to private property, private houses, private.
I understand that, and
Yeah,
dude. I already made that statement. Okay.
Okay, then was he on?
I made the statement
property?
of they don't have standing ground, but they have castle doctrine. But Wisconsin also has you don't have to retreat.
Was he on his private property?
No, he wasn't on his private property because what property does he own? What property does he own? Now, if he was there, okay, protecting other people's property, which by law you can do that. You can do that by law. Every state has that. You can protect somebody else's property without them even asking you. You can do that.
True. So since you say you can do that, was the guy breaking and entering into the property that he was defending?
Did he go inside?
The first kill. Yeah, did he?
The first kill? No, because it was in a parking lot.
Okay, it was in the parking lot, right?
It was in the parking lot of the store that they were standing in front of.
Okay, then. So why did Kyle Rittenhouse shoot a man 3 times that he knowingly know that he was unarmed?
Because the guy was chasing him.
It doesn't matter.
And that's where it's going to. Yes, it does matter. Yes, it does matter because if you. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, my guy.
No,
yes,
not.
It does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Because you don't know the intent of that person that's going to do something to you or not.
It doesn't matter.
The guy was physically going after him. The guy doesn't matter if he's unarmed or not.
Yes, it does.
No,
it doesn't. You just said castle doctrine only applies if he defended the property.
Oh.
You clearly state that he was not defending the property.
And it also states in Wisconsin law that you don't have to retreat. And the guy was chasing him. They had words already. The guy did make some statements. The guy went after Kyle. Kyle ran. The guy got close. We don't know because that video is behind some vehicles and we cannot clearly see. If he grabbed Kyle or not, we don't know.
Do you know what the guy said to Kyle for him to run?
I don't remember what he said, but it was some off-the-wall shit.
Okay, then, if I don't know what he said, why do I want to?
I don't remember, but we could pull videos up and actually try to look for it. But it was some off-the-wall shit when I saw the video.
I thought the dude was trying to fight him, not.
No, the guy was going really. The guy was physically to go after his ass.
Okay, physically, but Kyle had a rifle.
Doesn't matter if Kyle has a rifle or not. The point is you're going after somebody. You're going after somebody where you don't know the intent of that person to you.
He should have removed himself from that situation in the first one. When he saw one guy getting around, he should have removed himself.
Okay, well, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You got somebody under the age of 18. Okay? The adults should have handled that situation. Okay, not a 17-year-old. The adults that were there should have handled that.
okay, there was a lot of adults there, and they didn't do shit, and that's why an innocent man, resulted with 3 shots to his body. So that point goes out the window. So it was up to Cal to make.
You want to call him innocent
call.
or not? You want to call him innocent or not? The fact is, he went after Kyle, which doesn't make him on the innocent roll.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the lawyer said in a preliminary. He said, he asked the question to the court, I think it was a question or an answer in preliminary, right? He said, he asked Kyle, was the guy a robber or anything like that? So he's trying to establish, was he trying to rob him or anything like that?
Well, if he was going after the weapon, that's considered a robbery.
But no, he doesn't have evidence that he was robbing him. What if
we don't even have clear video? We don't have clear video, but we don't have clear video. But there's no clear video on exactly what happened behind those vehicles.
Hey,
there is no clear video.
I'm gonna give you another outlook.
And just because what a lawyer says in preliminary isn't gonna be the same shit that they say during the trial.
That's what I'm saying. The defense got a hard battle.
What is the prosecution?
What if this is like another Ahmaud Arbery, right? He saw a rifle pointed at him, and he tried to avoid the rifle, like try to get it out of his face or take it from Kyle.
Dude, you don't go running across a whole parking lot.
Yeah.
To go get that rifle.
He's not thinking like that. He's thinking that Kyle is a threat. He put up his rifle. He expected going hand to hand.
Kyle didn't pull. Let me explain something. Kyle already had the rifle on him. Everybody saw the rifle on him, and so did many other people have their firearms with them. Why would you go? Why would you go? Any sane person, if you're unarmed, why would you go after a motherfucker with a weapon? Why?
The dude's dead. We can't answer that question. We can only answer for Kyle's action.
Nah, but here's the question. Here's the answer to it. Here's the answer. But here's the answer to it. Here's the answer. Stupidity. Here's the answer. It's called stupidity.
Okay, it's stupidity. Yes, it was stupidity. But at the same time, that man still have rights. He still have rights. What if he thought that Kyle was not going to pull the gun on him, and Kyle pulled the gun on him, and he tried to get the gun from him so he won't get shot? And he ended up getting shot in the process and trying to fight him.
Okay, so why would you go chasing? Okay, so why would you go chasing somebody that's running away from you so that you can get shot?
It still doesn't justify killing somebody.
Nobody said it was justified. But the whole problem is you caused that incident.
It's not justified. If you say it's not justified, then he's charged with murder, and he's gonna get convicted with it.
Bro, I've seen motherfuckers do murders and get off of shit.
Bruh.
And get off the cases.
Bruh, I studied this case back to back.
The problem with that whole scenario is you chased an individual across a fucking parking lot to do whatever we don't know. Nobody knows what that guy was going after Kyle for. He was behind some vehicles. The video clearly shows you cannot really see. Maybe he grabbed Kyle. Maybe he grabbed the firearm. We do not know. We do not know because of that instance.
You know what I saw on the video? I saw a man with a shirt on his head, unarmed, running, chasing after Kyle. Kyle he had enough time to take a defense position, and when that man came around that corner, he shot him 3 times. That tells me, in my head, that he had enough time. So you saw that in the video that he went back
there and got into a defensive position because it doesn't show that in the video.
It says it in his court documents. And even the guy that was right there, he said it. A witness that watched him shoot the dude.
And still, you went after somebody.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It
like
does.
me. If I okay,
it does.
You have to.
It does
you
because
have to,
it's gonna play on a fucking jury.
Okay.
It'll play on a jury.
All right. Okay, you know how with the police, right? They have to establish a crime that you committed, right?
They have to establish a what again?
They have to establish a crime that you committed, right? In order to do anything to you, right? They have to establish crime to get you arrested, books, and all that stuff, right? It's the same laws that apply to Kyle Rittenhouse. Maybe I'm not making the best example, but that's close enough example. The guy wasn't committing no crimes. He was just chasing after Kyle. It could have been for anything. But for Kyle to take a defensive position at that moment and shoot him 3 times, to me, that makes it unjustified because at that moment, there was no crime committed. Kyle didn't say he was beating him up. Kyle didn't say he was threatening him. Kyle didn't say none of that. Kyle decided to plead the fifth. And you know what happens with people that plead the fifth? They always get convicted because it's only showing one side of the story.
Not really, because there's been plenty of people that pled the fifth and got off.
True.
Plenty of people that got off.
Not all, but that's a small amount of percentage. But since we don't know what Kyle was thinking at that time, I think
we don't know, and we don't know what the person chasing him, what he was thinking. Okay, maybe Kyle felt he was in danger. We don't know.
How do you feel in danger when a guy's unarmed and you see him unarmed?
You're a 17-year-old kid with a fucking dude that wants to rip your fucking head off.
So?
That's feeling in danger.
But did the guy commit any crimes?
If he's chasing you and you feel in danger, you have a right to defend yourself.
You have to establish a crime, though. You don't have to establish that he's breaking. He has to be like an officer in the situation. You can't go off with a guy chasing after you, take defensive position, and just shoot a guy 3 times. That's not how it works, right? Do you know that, like, every self-defense, it leads to a law that's broken? That's why they say stand your ground and the castle doctrine. All that comes from if a law was broken and they had to take deadly force. Obviously, there was no law broken with the first guy that had no shirt on, just a shirt around his face.
Well, that goes to the video where I said there were some statements made.
It doesn't matter. If you don't know it, it doesn't
count. If there were some statements made and he's going after you, that sets a precedence.
But it doesn't matter. You have to establish that was a crime committed. I didn't say he beat him up. I didn't say he made a threat. I didn't say none of that. It was just showing that he was running around. That's what I'm saying.
We saw the video of the running around, but there is a video. But there is a video of the guy making statements to Kyle.
Yeah,
some in a certain manner, and some in a certain manner. Right now, the guy took off his shirt.
That doesn't mean he escalated to.
What you say, and then your actions behind that. Because anybody could say what they want. I could say shit, but if I start chasing somebody after what I just said, that sets a precedence, guy. Because in my mind, you just said something that you could hurt me. So it goes back to the video of what was being said.
But in the documents, they don't have any other statements that were said.
Well, that's a documentary, man. Come on, a documentary
it was a
or a court document.
This is in the
so we gotta wait. We gotta wait. Just because there's a court document, you still gotta wait till all the videos are played in that courtroom.
Okay, true.
Because there's no freaking document. Let me put you like this, right? You get into a car accident and the other car takes off. You'll have 5 witnesses describing 5 different cars.
Right.
Okay? It's that video.
Yeah, but
so when that video comes out and if he made some vile statements towards Kyle and went after Kyle, that's a tough one, guy. I'm not saying that Kyle won't be charged.
Because a word can't escalate the deadly force. This is not Georgia.
Words and your actions. If you start chasing somebody and a person starts feeling, Go ahead.
This is not Georgia. This is not Georgia where anybody can see a threat and be like, oh, I got to use deadly force, because that's what the Georgia law states. If somebody threatens you and they intend to do bodily harm, you can legally take the right and shoot them. Whether that results
see, there's the key word. There's the key word. Intent.
Yeah,
intent. Okay, so if I'm standing in front of Kyle, but if I'm standing in front of Kyle and I say I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna take that rifle away from you, and blah 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 blah, and then I go after you, there's your intent, guy.
What? Did he call the police though? Did he call the police on that statement?
No, he took off running, and the guy went after him.
Oh my God!
But the adults that were there should have been in the middle of that.
So let me get what you're saying. Are you saying that because...
And none of them were.
Are you saying that because he didn't call the police and chose to run, that he wasn't taking every step necessary to avoid the conflict?
Yes, you have to say, when you're carrying a legal firearm in Wisconsin, and the law states you got to take every necessary precaution before using deadly force when you're carrying a legal firearm.
So you see running as insufficient as taking every necessary precaution?
Yes, because we don't know exactly what he said that was a threat to him. All we see in the video of him with the guy with
and that's why I said that other video will come out if they bring that out in the courtroom.
Right, but that's still going to invalidate.
And if they go, and if it shows that he made any type of verbal threats and went after him, that's intent.
Say that again?
I said was, if they show that video in court, if they actually bring the video out, because we don't know what the hell they're going to bring out, okay? But if they actually show that video where this guy made some statements, okay? Statements of, I'm going to hurt you or do any type of harm to you, and went after Kyle, those statements with him running shows intent.
Intent. Okay, do you know actually what he said?
I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. But I remember when I first heard it, there was some language in there that I was like, I was into it.
Doesn't mean there's some language that's offensive or become seen. As long as he's not
if I say, okay, I'll give you for instance, right? If I say, let's say you're Kyle, okay, and I'm that dude, all right, and I say, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up and I'm gonna take that shit away from you and I'm gonna fucking do all types of shit to you, and then I start chasing you. That's intent. Because you made the language already. You already made the language, and me chasing you is showing that I'm gonna do it to you.
I'm gonna go back to the affidavit. It never said nothing like that. That he was saying something hostile.
Okay, well that's the affidavit, but that's why I used the example of even witnesses have different stories, and this is where video
all said the
comes
same
in.
thing, though. They all said the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I could have 5 people say the same fucking thing. You don't think cops get away with shit? Because guess what? They all say the same fucking shit.
Kyle's not a police officer.
I'm using it as an example, guy.
But he did get the police treatment when he went to jail, though.
So basically, if he said something that can be perceived as a threat, he's in the clear. But if it's not,
no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, you're saying.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wisconsin law doesn't make up words.
So you're telling me I can say I'm going to kill you or something like that, and then chase after you, and that still doesn't show intent?
He has to be committing a crime. It's got to be a crime committed. But before the dude can do anything, Kyle already shot him. So there was no initial crime by the time.
So you're saying
Kyle
it's not about showing intent, it's about a crime being committed. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And Big Dog, you're saying that shows intent, which legally justifies his actions.
I'm not saying it legally justifies, but I'm saying
come on.
It explains why he took. Okay.
Why he took it. So the action after what verbal statements he made shows intent.
Okay.
Now anybody could take it differently, but when it goes to a jury, it's how that jury decides it, and we all know juries go 50-50.
Right. Can that intent be used to get him off the hook?
Vindicate him?
Yeah.
It could be used to vindicate him.
Possibly. Okay.
Man.
And you don't agree with that?
I don't agree with that. 100% no. Because you got to establish a crime that's being committed. The victim didn't do nothing. Kyle had plenty of time. He didn't call the police. On top of that, why is
how's he going to call the police if he's running away?
Wait. Hold on. Why did the militia stand up for him while he was in that incident? Why they're not coming out and defending that? Hey,
because they don't want to get put under the bus and under the hot light.
Come on, man. That doesn't matter. If you feel innocent, you're going to say something.
No, they really don't. What they'll do is they'll throw money your way. They'll help that lawyer get paid by other means.
But
a lot of militias don't go running around. A lot of militias don't go running around like that.
Okay, so you agree it was reckless. Exactly. That proves the charge was reckless. All right.
Well, they were all reckless. Everybody was reckless. He's not the only one. They were all reckless, both sides.
Yeah, they was all. Both sides was. I agree with that. But why is the militia not? There was a guy with a firearm there. No, actually, there was two people there at the gas station, I think, with the firearm.
No, there was more than that. There was more than that. There was more than that.
There. Why they're not coming out and say he made a threat and that's why Kyle took off? Why they're not on the evidence?
I can only speculate because I'm not in their minds, okay? But after watching these militias for years, it's pretty much of we don't want the federal government coming down on our asses like they've been doing for all these years. That's where it boils down to.
Okay, then so Kyle don't really have no defense for shooting the first dude then. Because he has to establish that he was under a threat.
Well, that's where that video, if it comes out and is shown in that courtroom, will show that he felt in threat.
We don't know what Kyle
did. It's all placed on that video. It's all placed on that video, but it's all placed on that video.
Yeah, but after the video, we saw him running after Rosenbaum started chasing after him.
But that's because Rosenbaum went and chased him. Now, if I say to you, I'm standing in front of you, we're mouthing off, right? And I say, when I get you, I'm gonna skull fuck the shit out of you. And I start chasing you. My words and my actions show intent. They go hand in hand. That's where the defense is gonna play its game to the jury.
But there's no actual statement of what Rosenbaum was threatening.
It doesn't matter whether he makes a statement or not.
It does matter. That is a critical piece of the evidence. If none of the militias don't want to stand for it.
So is the video. If they bring that video out. I'm saying, look, if they bring that video out.
One thing, but we have to know what led up to him running. And I feel like Kyle needs to get on the stand and explain why he was running so we can get a good clarification of what was going on at that time. Nobody, I would say 2% that I've seen in my career that have been on murder charges ever taken the stand. That's not true. The guy that killed that black dude up in Florida there, he took the stand.
And where? I said 2%, man. I ain't saying fucking everybody.
No, I said the dude up down in Florida. Can you explain what happened, what led up to the shooting and this, that, and the other? And
he's part of the 2% that would actually fucking. He's part of the 2%. That's what I just said. Everybody except the 2%. The 2% will take the stand. Mostly everybody who goes in for murder charges don't take the fucking stand.
And they always get convicted.
He took the stand because Florida has a stand your ground law.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And
but he took the stand. But he took the stand because there was no video. This has video. This has video. This has video. Well, that's up to him and his lawyers.
So what would be your?
No lawyer's gonna put a minor on the fucking stand because any minor will get ripped apart by the prosecutor.
He has to clarify what happened. Nobody doesn't know from what happened from that conversation to him running and him shooting somebody.
But that's up to his lawyer. We might want that. But his lawyer might say no. His lawyer might talk to him and say, oh, no, man, the prosecutor rip you apart on the stand. You ain't taking a stand.
So what would be you guys' closing arguments?
It's a 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard 50-50, though. That's a 50-50 between you going away for life and you walking free.
It's a 50-50.
I don't think anyone...
It's a very hard 50.
Would you take that 50-50? I don't know anybody who would take that 50-50.
But this is what I said when I first called in. It's a 50-50 with a jury. You don't know which way a jury goes because it depends on the prosecutor, it depends on the defense. It also depends on the judge, on what the judge allows and what he doesn't, and what's not allowed in that courtroom.
I'm just saying he needs to clarify certain things. If I was a prosecutor...
We all want some clarification. We want to know a whole bunch of shit. Okay?
Yeah, right.
But it's his lawyer. His lawyer is going to say no. You know how many rape cases that I've been involved in? Okay? Where I've had to sit down and talk to minors. To minors, dude. 10-year-old, 11-year-olds. Get ripped apart on the inside from the shit they telling me, and then I got to take them to the DA's office, and the DA be like, we can't use it. They'll get destroyed on the stand. And those cases go away. That's the reality of what goes on.
Okay, if certain things you can't answer, if you can't answer certain questions to an equation, and the jury can't do it, I feel personally that he can't explain why he shot the first dude, and that's why I'm wrestling with. The second incident is kind of like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of, I mean, I'm not going to
running away, and they went after him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm not denying
but when you go get hit, when you go and you almost get hit by a skateboard, which in the court is considered a deadly weapon because you're using it as a weapon. Okay.
Right.
That's where your self-defense comes in, and then the other guy pulling the gun out, that falls under the self-defense. The first guy, we got to get that video.
Right.
Whatever he said and chased them, that's where it's gonna lie, and that's where I said this is a 50-50. Where the case is gonna lie at.
My thing is that I can be okay with the second killing, only if the first killing is justified. If the first killing is not justified, then the second killing isn't either. That's how I personally feel. And him letting off shots recklessly like that tells me that he was, guilty. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going off of. If the first killing is guilty, then the second one, he must be guilty. That's why I'm getting my first thought. And I'm thinking that's what the prosecutor's going to aim for, getting that first conviction of that first killing.
Well, you always got it. The prosecutor's always going to go after the first one to make the first one strong. But that all depends on the prosecutor and how good they are in the courtroom. Then they can throw in everything else. Okay? Right. But if the first one, if they fuck up with the first one, or the defense attorney fucking, does his fucking magic, to be honest, he might not get the first one. He might get the second and third one. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand? So it's in a courtroom, it's like flipping a fucking coin. Whenever you take anything to a jury, you're flipping a coin. It's how good your lawyers are and how good the prosecutor is. That's where it lies down to.
Right. So
okay.
So.
Mm-hmm.
So you say you agree with me that with the first killing, you know, if they get a conviction, it's gonna be easier for the second killing, right? For the second conviction, right? Because that's what I'm basing my whole hypothesis on the first killing. Once the first killing is out the bag,
if they get him on the first one, the second one's a 50-50 because the guy swung at him with a freaking skateboard.
Yeah, but you still got an active shooter. They called 911 on him. Did people try to take the gun from him?
I understand that. I understand all of that. Okay. But it still falls under what the jury's going to look at and what the jury's going to feel. You might have, you know, as a prosecutor, you could throw all the evidence out there and a jury turn around and say not guilty.
I feel like how they phrase it, you know, as a prosecutor, you got to phrase, because how I see it in my mind is that, hey, we saw him on video with a fire extinguisher run into a dumpster fire. So now he put the fire, I think that's where after the fire was put out, that's when all the crowds got together. So that's when things got right. That's when Rosenbaum was saying what he was saying. And then after that, we get the next clip of him running around, and then we hear three shots.
The court's not going to say because he went.
For me,
yeah, but the court's not going to say. Yeah, but hold on. The court's not going to say because he went and put a fire out and inside the riot. The court's not going to state that because it was already going on.
Yeah, it was already going on.
So no court's going to say, hey, he went to go put a fire out and incited the riot. No, the riots were already going on. Okay?
Right.
The court's not going to bring that up because a jury would look at that as them reaching. They got to stick to what the evidence is and what everything goes on. Now,
that's what I'm saying.
Now the jury, excuse me, the defense attorney, right? If they pull that video out, whatever Rosenbaum said to him, that Kyle felt a certain way, and Rosenbaum went after him. Now, remember, like I said, it's what's stated in that video, what Rosenbaum was screaming at Kyle. I don't remember offhand. This happened last year.
Right.
But when I first saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, motherfucker. When I first saw it, in my mind, I would have punched you dead in your mouth for the shit you were saying.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If it was
but this is a 17. Yeah, but you're talking a man to a 17-year-old kid.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter.
With a different mentality.
He was only he was almost like 3 to 4 months or 18. He should have known better. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard because
but here's the thing, though.
Before taking deadly force.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. What 17-year-old knows? A lot of 17-year-olds don't know shit down nowadays.
Hey, there's a lot of 17-year-olds that's grown. You know.
All right, what would be our closing statements to wrap this up? What would be our closing statements?
He's guilty.
That's your closing statement?
Yeah. He's guilty. Put that white motherfucker in jail and put in his cell Black Lives Matter. That's it.
All right, big dog.
50-50, and he'll be part of the Aryan Nation in prison.
Okay.
Put that motherfucker in jail, white on his cell wall, Black Lives Matter.
Some great.
Put the BLM. Once he shave his motherfucking head, put BLM.
Some great closing statements. I appreciate the calls, both of you. This was awesome. Do you guys mind if I clip this?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. You guys have a good night.
All right, then. Hey, man, thank you for the debate, bro.
No problem. This is awesome.
No problem, man.
This is great. All right, that was awesome.